Ooh, this music's funky, you guys. Hello everyone, and welcome to a game called Tech and Blood. This is another pixelated game that I saw that I wanted to play right now. So let's start and see what it's all about. The spring air is choking me with its pollen, but it's too hot inside the car, so I don't close the window. The noise of the passing cars pleasantly muffles my new partner's rant. Look, I understand that you don't want any upgrades, but upgrades can turn good detectives into super detectives. Her body is is a perfect balance of tech and blood, but she is mistaken to think that upgrades are superior to experience. I don't want to reply, so I look away. Gwen has something to say, but the radio interrupts her. Union 14, Code 1. 14, Code 1, go ahead. Homicide investigation assistance is requested. A juvenile suspect detained. Break. Go ahead. We need a detective capable of reading the suspect's memory upgrade. Copy. Gwen is suddenly quiet. She is still not used to working in the homicide department. I close the window and start the engine. Powered network substation. Gwen jumps out of the car and runs full speed to the police line. Her boots are squeaking in the mud. After a short exchange with the reporting officer, she receives a suspect's memory module. I follow Gwen while trying to avoid the mud. It's a cheap model, so the data retention is limited to the last few hours. But it should be enough, I think. I prefer to investigate the scene first. But Gwen doesn't listen to me. Instead, she plugs the module into the slot hidden behind her neck and closes her eyes for a few moments. Suddenly she gasps and falls to her knees. Her breath is quick and heavy. Detective, are you alright? One moment. Gwen returns a bit of her composure, but her face is ashen. The suspect is the murderer. Can we speak to her? No, she is being treated for a shock. In St. Albans. Let's go see the scene then. You won't find anything useful there, her eyes tell me. If you show me any clues, I might extract more information from the memory block. I won't rest until I inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Alright, do I get to play the game now? Oh, okay. A victim's bag and a phone were found nearby. The phone was unlocked. Notes inside confirm that the suspect hated her guts. She also got a phone call from the suspect 23 hours ago. I still feel sick when I remember dragging Olivia's body. She was so light, but I kept losing hold of her collar because of the gloves, all the way to the transformers. Okay. These wire cutters were pretty big, but it is still hard for me. For the suspect, I mean, to cut through a chain-link fence. Her hands were all sweaty under her protective gloves. Gwen sighs when I asked her to access the memories. She closes her eyes and recites what she has just seen. Her voice trembles a bit. I open my eyes to feel the rain on my face. I look down and I see Olivia, my classmate. She's tied, her mouth covered with tape. I grab her by the collar and drag her through a hole I cut in the chain link fence. Her body is wriggling, so I smacked her cheek so hard my palms burn. The air smells like ozone and crackles with static. We're getting closer to the low buzz of some high voltage transformers. I pull her up. Her legs are shaking, but now she's standing. We look in each other's eyes, and I see a silent plea in hers. I kick her with all my might, and her body flies right into a half-open casing of a transformer. An explosion of sparks and smoke cover my vision. I feel an intense blaze. When the smoke clears, traces of smoldering ash is all that's left of Olivia. Holy crap. It seems the suspect passed out shortly after. Then the log stops for about 20 hours. When the suspect came to, she was terrified of her own actions and called the police immediately. I think the case is crystal clear. Bullshit! This tape looks like the one used to tie up the victim. There are no memories of the suspect tying up the victim, though. What's this back here, huh? Is there anything else I can look at other than what I see? I guess not. When the suspect came to, it took her just a moment to recall everything. She grabbed her phone right away and tried to dial 911. Her hands were shaking, and her false nails didn't help either. Uh-oh. See, nothing out of the ordinary. She is so confident in what she saw and felt. Is there a piece of evidence worth checking? A piece of evidence worth checking. Could it be? No, I need to think harder. 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 No, I need to think even harder. The suspect was wearing her gloves until she passed out, but she wouldn't be able to see her nail extensions wearing gloves when she was calling 911. Did she take off the gloves? Now I think about it. No, she didn't. Is it possible to edit or delete the data on the memory upgrade? You're implying that the memory of passing out could have been fabricated? Possibly. There is a consistency check. If someone tampered with the module, the timing of the events will be off. But even if they did, there is no way we can confirm it. Oh, there is one piece of evidence worth checking. Okay, so we're looking closer into it. I need to think harder. No. This. Yeah. I compared the call logs with the records from the phone company. There was a deleted call between the phones 30 hours ago. Was there anything else deleted? Let me run a deep scan. Gotcha. 4 photos were deleted from the victim's phone, restoring a blurry chain link fence, a blurry figure of an adult woman carrying a body, a blurry downpour of sparks, a blurry woman's face. Gwen's mouth opens in disbelief. There were 2 murders. Olivia took a photo of the first one and paid for it with her life. Then the murderer set up Olivia's classmate. I pull out the radio. Dispatch, it's Union 14, Code 5, homicide suspect on the run. Tech and Blood, a game. Oh, interesting. I mean, there wasn't really much gameplay involved, but there was a story here. I mean, you didn't get really into the world building of the, that they were trying to create, because they had a much bigger world to talk about out there. But they limited themselves to this one little story, this one little side plot. But I guess, in a way, they're trying to say that even if, you had, like, perfect memory and perfect storage of something, there could be something else underlying. That stuff could be transferred and erased and all this stuff, and it's kind of scary to think about. I was expecting a bit more gameplay, but I did like the story. I hope you guys enjoyed this one too, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.